Welcome to another adventure with Raven. Today we head west to Carman, Manitoba to land on the grass to enjoy Pancake Breakfast and Carmen's Airport Day, meet some new and old friends, and enjoy the beautiful weather. There was a real good turnout for this event, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome aboard, folks, and thanks for joining me on another adventure with Raven. If you've been following the channel at all, you'll remember the last video I made was getting some practice with Raven on the grass in Vermilion Bay. Today I'm going to see if I can put that practice to good use, flying into Carman, Manitoba for their airport day and pancake breakfast.
Morning, everybody.
Carman South Airport is a 2,600-foot long grass strip oriented mostly east-west. So the plan for today was Dryden to Carman direct, and then a stop in Steinbach North for gas on the way home. All in about 413 nautical miles.
Away we go.
So with both tanks full of gas and a couple of snacks packed for the trip, it was up and away and off to the west.
Right down there. Sleepy little town, just starting to wake up. We are westbound on our way to a pancake breakfast. Yeah. A little bumpy down here today. Alright, we're chugging along here. It's already, I keep going. We're carrying on eastbound, or sorry, westbound, down northbound. And, yeah, look at us go. Full plane traffic just touching down. And we're just gonna keep chugging on west. K-Town, I think that's cool. Chugging right along. Much smoother up here.
Papa Julian Bravo, what's your ETA for the field?
ETA 9 minutes.
Okay, I'm probably far enough ahead. Yeah, I'm going to start my descent down to 2,500.
I'll keep an eye out for you. You should be okay. I'll just be cautious.
Look for the little yellow rocket.
Carman traffic, good there. Kilo and a quarter mile final. For 08, full stop.
Carman traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo, 2,500 feet, 7 miles to the east of the field. We're going right downwind from 08. Carman traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo, yellow RV6, 5 to the east, just coming through 2,000 for 1,800 to join the right downwind for 08.
Carman traffic, Sierra Kilo, clear of the actor.
How short's the grass?
Like a golf course, perfect.
Glad to hear it, thanks. Carman traffic, RV6, yellow RV6, Gulf Hotel Mike Bravo is early downwind 08. Right side, full call final.
Carman South traffic, Papa Juliet Bravo, 9 miles to the east, 2,600, joining straight in on downwind for 08.
Alright, we're almost made it there. There's the runway, I see an airplane on the grass. Wind's a little bit crosswindy, but it's a grass runway, so check it out. Carmen traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo is midfield downwind, right side for 08.
Well, we're about to find out if all those landings in Vermilion Bay on the grass paid off.
Alright, here we go. We're going to come in here.
Carmen traffic, Papa Julia Bravo, 5 miles to the east at 2,400 feet, descending to circuit height to join straight in on downwind to 08. Carmen traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo is turning final 08, full stop.
At this point, I'm thinking I was kind of glad that I asked that fella ahead of me who landed what the conditions of the grass were down there. Sounds like it was nice and short, but it's real tough to spot from the air until you get right down close. That might be too late if you got small wheels like I do on the RV. But he was right, it was just like a golf course. The runway at Carman South was nice and smooth, and so was my landing. Evidence to the contrary notwithstanding. If you'll notice the camera hanging from the canopy, it appears at some point over the flight the little screw that holds it to the mount fell out and down it went. Fortunately it landed on the seat, no damage was done. I didn't even notice it until after I'd parked the airplane. And we're done.
Carmen traffic, Papa Julia Bravo on downwind for 08. I can't believe I beat you here, Harold. Where are you? On the ground? Just there on the runway. Ah, there you are. Well, this is the Clipper, that's an RV. And Carmen traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo is clearly active.
Hello, so bad? Another airport in the logbook for the Raven. Beautiful runway.
Here in Carman South. Hello, Harold. How you doing?
It's one of my slow airplanes. I love it. Hello, Mrs. Harold. Hi, Linda. I'm Bill. How are you?
Harold Croker was an old friend I met years ago flying RC up at Gimli. He's an excellent RC pilot and an excellent RC helicopter pilot. Now he flies this beautiful Clipper, and he's building a RANS S7.
About an hour and I take off. 7:30. Well, you're having a pretty good tailwind. Yeah.
And today I actually got to meet his wife Linda.
About 175 miles an hour. We do 105. Okay, triple digits is what else do you want, right? Yeah. It's all about the fun factor.
Time for a quick walk around, have a look at the hangars and the local airplanes, and figure out where I go to get some pancakes.
This is what I'm building. Is that what you're building? Yeah, this is Charles Carmen. It's RANS S21. It's nice. Except he put the 100 horse Rotex in, whereas I've got the 180 horse. Yeah, you went crazy. Yeah. Wouldn't you? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You never heard anybody say I had too much horsepower.
Our timing was just about perfect to get into line for the pancakes. There was almost no one there because in 5 minutes, boom, there was all kinds of people and there was a big lineup. One of the hangars had been set up with tables and turned into a dining room. It was wonderful. After breakfast, it was time for another walk around and check out the airplanes. Harold and Linda had had their breakfast and they were heading back to Lingcrest. Some of the early risers that got there bright and early and had their pancakes were getting ready to leave already and headed back home. Me, I was hanging around and visiting some more. Many of the planes and even a few of the people I actually recognized from previous trips to Manitoba, including the Manitoba Aviation Day at Steinbach and flying into the airliner restaurant in Beausejour, Manitoba. This really pretty Murphy Renegade used to share hangar space with Raven back when it was with the old owner. So I had a pretty great time having pancakes at Carmen. I'll be back for sure. But it was time to load the Raven up and head east. Had a bit of a headwind, so I wanted to get a head start. Well, we're all full of pancakes. Had a good visit with lots of good people here. And it's time to buck that headwind back west. Or back east, rather. All the folks I've met at these events have been real friendly and all love talking about their flying adventures and hearing about others. It's a wonderful community. We're a little ways from the runway yet. Taxiway is just basically an extension of the runway running east-west. And there's currently an aircraft on the runway, so I'm going to hold short here and wait a bit while I let him get airborne. So it was a great day at the Carmen Fly-in Pancake Breakfast. Got a little traffic on the runway and just waiting for it. Once he's clear, we're going to taxi down to the other end and fight with this little bit of a crosswind I got going on from the northeast, and we'll get airborne.
Carmen traffic, RV6, go. Hotel Mike Bravo is holding short of the active for the traffic on the runway.
There he is up there.
Carmen traffic, Golf Tango Romeo India, rolling to take off.
And there he goes.
And Carmen traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo is backtracking 08.
It's pretty warm. I think I'm going to leave that open for a little bit. So as I'm editing this is right around the same time that I had a grader back at the Field of Dreams cleaning up the runways and just getting the right grade on them. And I was beginning to get a little worried. Now, I've got it measured out, it's 2,100 feet, and I was starting to wonder if I have enough room for the RV. This is 2,600 feet, and I had plenty of room. I had room to spare with this, so 2,100 feet doesn't seem quite so scary anymore. I think I'll be just fine with Raven. All right, time to screw ourselves into the airplane. Closed and latched. Fixture it. Fuel pump on. Trim set. Take off. Fly. Let's go fly. With each and every adventure with Raven, I get more and more confident in the abilities of this aircraft. As long as the grass is nice and short and the runway is fairly smooth, the RV6 can handle it just fine. Which is a real good thing because I plan on taking Raven down to southern Ontario for an adventure down there, so stay tuned to the channel for that. There should be some real interesting airports that I put in the logbook. We'll be landing on grass, we'll be landing on perhaps gravel, and just seeing some real cool sights, so stay tuned to the channel for that.
Carmen Papa Echo, engine run record, backtrack on runway, and take off 08. Thanks for coming out, Bill. Safe travels back.
Thanks for having me. I'll be back for sure. And Carmen traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo 0.08, departing to the east for 3,000, Hotel Mike Bravo.
Well, it's a little clearer today on the way home than it was on the way up here. You can see off in the distance there's Winnipeg. And I'm doing my best to stay at that 3,000 foot mark so that I'm not competing on their Class E airspace. And we are chugging along. We're not quite halfway to Steinbach from Carmen now. What a beautiful day. It is pretty bumpy though.
Steinbach north traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo is just north of Mitchell, 2,000 feet, going to be crossing midfield to join right downwind for 3-3, Steinbach north, Hotel Mike Bravo.
Welcome to Steinbach. We're going to have a... It's going to be just about straight across the runway. So it's going to be a sporty landing. Going to be working them rudder pedals, I think, on this landing. Yeah, looking at the windsock, it looks like it's just about straight across the runway.
Steinbach north traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo is crossing midfield to join right downwind for 3-3. Steinbach north traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo is just turning right to base for 3-3, stop. And Steinbach north, Hotel Mike Bravo's final 3-3, full stop, will clear.
Once again, I got to thank Luke Penner for all of his help teaching me how to manage crosswinds and land my RV6 tail dragger without rolling it up into a ball. Now, normally I'd be stopped by the first taxiway, but I kept a couple of knots in the bank, and on this landing it worked out pretty well.
Steinbach north traffic, Hotel Mike Bravo's down and clearly active.
Didn't leave any big parts on the runway. That was a pretty sporty crosswind. Time to pull her up to the pumps there at Steinbach, fill Raven up with gas, and head her back to Dryden. Time down was 12:15. The flight back to Dryden was pretty uneventful, with the exception of the landing. The wind was gusting 23 knots straight across the runway, but I managed to get her down, and the airplane is able to fly another day. Thanks for watching.